Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make this stacked pointed bow using 1.5-inch ribbon, and I've got measurements in centimetres and inches for you in the comments, and I'll also work out the sizing for 3-inch and 1-inch for you as well. Techniques will be the same principle, but this is what it looks like, and it's got a half pinwheel for the base, and then it's got this stack, and I've got a new middle that I can show you how to make as well, which is another version of the knotted centre, but they look so pretty. And they can also be made in two-tone, but I used this beautiful ombre rainbow resin from Crafty Koala. And we are going to make a solid purple version. And I have got my bits and pieces here. I've got parts started so we can get things worked, just get the tutorial done so it's easy to follow. And you need 4 pieces of 19 centimetres or 7.5 inches. And you need the base piece, one piece in 40 centimetres or 16 inches, whichever way you work, but I'll put the information in the description box below so you know. And with our 19-inch pieces, all 4, literally have my lighter in my hand. There we go. So we take our lighter in the clear blue bit of the flame. You want to heat seal all the ends so that they don't fray. And then we're going to take all 4 pieces, same principle, fold them in half, heat crease in the blue clear bit of the flame, and make a nice crease. And that is the same on all 4 pieces, and it is 2 pieces for each side. And then I use some of these clip holding pins, or clip curling pins, to hold everything in place. So with our pieces, what you want to do is take them and bring them together so that they sit nicely and evenly on top of each other. And then I'm just going to put that clip there, just hold everything in place for now. And we're going to repeat on the opposite side, and I would recommend doing them both the same way. So if you've started your turn over that side, you do it that way. If you've done both to the right, depending on which way is more your natural sort of preferred way, as long as you do them both the same way, they will look the same. If you do them opposite, you'll get a slightly more twisted look. It'll be similar to this, but you'll get like a slightly more opposite effect. So where the points fall will be slightly different. Okay, but if you do them both the same way, they will look exactly how they are in this tutorial. And once you've got to this point, this is where this extra clip comes in place. But starting with the side here, where you've got this one, the longer piece that you can see directly, where your point is, so here, you want to pin that so that point is against the side of that triangle. And then on our other side, where it's over, we want to take that piece that's the bottom layer, and we want to put that on the opposite side of that triangle on that side. So you've got this look at the back, and then we're going to flip it, and we're going to start with the longer side here, so this side here, and bring that up so it's that side of the triangle again at that point. Clip that over, and then we're going to do exactly the same to the opposite side, so all the layers are lined up and it looks like this. This is the front, this is the back. They pretty much look very similar. That's where you get the layered look. And then we're going to repeat the process exactly the same again. So the long piece we bring back, and we are going to bring that to one side of the triangle. The other piece at the back, line that up the opposite side of the triangle, clip those both in place, flip it over, start with the longer side that we can see again, bring that back down there, clip that there, bring that over, clip that there. So again, you've got the front look and the back look. So this is what your 2 pieces will look like. And then we're going to take our needle and thread, and I've got this here, and make sure your corners are lined up. You want to start 1, 2, 3, 4, and your 5th one on each side. You want to be going through your point and through both your layers here. If you clip out the way a little bit. And again, when we're coming up the 6th stitch on the other side, again through both your layers, through the triangle that side, and then you go to 10. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the back, okay? And then pull that along. And we want to repeat exactly the same process on this one. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Move your clip out of the way. 5 through all points of your triangle. 6 up through the other side of your triangle and your layers that way. Move your clip out of the way. 7, 8, 9, 10. Take this clip out of the way. A little bit of this is fraying, so before I cinch it, I'm just going to pull this all along here, and then we are going to cinch this. Now, if you don't like the cinch method, you can sew both individual sides and glue them together. If you make it like this, it will give you the pointed look where it points up. If you do it the sewed individually, 1 each side, as long as you're doing your same stitches, so 5 on each side, so or 10 on each side, so you've got the 5 peaks, you will get the same look. It will just be a more slightly squared, flatter look, whereas if you do this cinch method, you get the more pointed, upright look, if that makes sense. And then once you've cinched it round, I line up the creases again the other side, and I just put the thread back through. There. And then the other thing I do from the back, I go behind and I'm just going to do where we're not going to be able to see them, right in the creases, normally through the 3rd peak in the middle. Just going to go through all the layers. And again, I normally do about twice. Just in areas once you've got your centre in, you're not going to see. Because I don't want any thread noticeable when we put the whole bow together. There we go. So it's basically just an anchor stitch to hold it and make it sit nicely. And then I'm just going to do 1 stitch off in the back just to finish this part of the bow. There we go. So that is that part. I'm just rethreading my thread off, so it's ready to go in a moment. So we're going to make our base bow to give the look its whole look overall. So this is the look you've got at the moment. Like I said, you've got the base layer which gives it the unique look at the bottom, and then the top layer that gives it the stacked point look. And then we've got this 40 centimeters of 1 inch ribbon, and we're making like a Z/S shape with this, and you want to make it so it's roughly just going to have a little bit visible compared to the size of your bow. So there we go. And then again, I take the 2 clips again. I'm just going to clip here. I'll show you a trick to make it more even in a second. Clip there. And there. And then what you do is, once you think you've got them about even both sides, is you lift it up, double check. If you're a little bit off, you can cut that down so that we've got both accurate. Flip this over with your lighter again, so you've got a line to do your stitching against. Do a nice clear heat crease and pinch it with your fingers to get that line. This gives you a nice even stitching guide. There we go. And then the other thing I do is, once I've got that there, I do a little bit of a curved tail this way. Don't forget to heat crease in the blue clear bit of the flame to seal it. That will seal it nicely without melting it or burning it. And the same that way, so you've got one curve that way, one the other way. Then we take our needle from above where the line is, in for 1, 2, 3, 4, over the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, which gives you 8 in total. And if you have a look at the back, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 on the back. It will give you 4 peaks and balance both sides of your half pinwheel. And then you wrap your thread round to get a nice even cinch centre. And then stitch off however you personally like in the back of the bow. And then what I do is I tend to go up right through the middle so that I'm right in the centre. Take my extra clips off here now, and then I can take this, bring that up right through the centre of that one, and layer those on top of each other. Move all the bits out of the way. Don't like working in mess. And then wrap that all round, all nice and tight, so that it all sits nicely and looks exactly how it should do. And then again, once you've got everything together and you're happy with the tightness and everything, I stitch off. You can glue your layers, it's entirely up to you. I just tend to stitch and sew things. But remember this, like I said, I show you how I work. You can adapt these and do it no sew, gluing, and any way that makes sense for you, as long as you follow the principles of the same peaks and creases in the same places that I show you. Okay, and then with this, I've got my alligator clip. This is a 45mm. I'm going to turn my bow over. I'm going to attach my clip. Some people like to line the clip, I don't. It's an extra step for me, and I feel secure with the way I wrap my bows that it's going to be okay. Depends on what finish you like. And then I've got some 9mm ribbon here. We're still going to heat seal the ends, so no fraying occurs. And we're going to glue this and we're going to wrap it round twice. So bring that open, put that on the centre, make sure it actually glues round, and then bring that round once. Tighten it so it's nice and tight. Open your clip up. Go around again. Nice and tight on your centre. Cut that bit of excess off. In a straight line if you're not me. glue the other side. And if you wanted to leave it like that, you could do the centre colour matching the bow, but I'm going to cover mine in a minute because I'm going to show you how to make an alternative, more scrunched knot than standard. So this gives you this scrunchy knot rather than a complete peaked knot. So with this, I am using about 15 centimetres of 1-inch ribbon. And you want to make your normal like knot shape. So you start with your like fish upside down so that you can make your knot and pull that through. And as you can see here, this would be your traditional peaked knot. What we want to do is we want to keep pulling, take your fingers as well. And what you do is you sort of, from the back, you push up from the back to get the crease at the back, and you scrunch it up a bit with your fingers to get this more scrunched knot look. And then you can place that over and you get like a slightly more unique look to your knot. And I glue on the back. Line that up with your middle again. I'm going to cut some of this excess off because I've done a bit longer so that you can actually create the knot, because you do need a little bit of ribbon to work with, so it makes it easier to tidy up and get this organised. Be careful of cutting your other bits. I'm just moving this out of the way so I can actually heat seal without burning or gluing it into the other part of the bow. Heat seal everything so nothing frees. There we go. And then we're going to bring that back round. Make sure all of our ribbons are out of the way. There's no thread bits in there. And we're going to glue this side. Bring that in, pinch it into a clip. And then we're going to glue the opposite side. And again, bring that round, glue that into your clip. Just going to move my glue stringers there. I'm a mess. I'm just going to adjust the tail. Just re-seal that a little bit. And there you go. A cute pointed stack bow that looks cute in all sorts of colours. And with this as well, if you wanted a sort of bigger loop, you could do sort of 20, 21 all the way up to about 24 to 5 centimetres. You'd get like a more like wider peak section, so you get a more open bit here, the more centimetres that you use to get your loops. And like I said, you can play around with your sizing, but for this look is the 19 centimetres or the 7.5 inches. And like I said, you could just adapt your base bow depending on what size you want to be visible underneath. Thanks for watching everyone, bye.